Welcome back. You're still watching the Afia Morning Show this Friday morning, and this is saying good morning once again to all of you, regardless of where you're joining us from this morning. We head on now to a second development in the state. Interns at the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital in Ituku, Ozalla, Enugu State, are demanding the full payment of their salaries and allowances. The interns took to the hospital premises to voice their grievances over what they describe as significant salary shortages. Let's take a look.
Yes, sir. We are.
Very visible. I was an intern myself, so I know what it means.
Thank you, sir.
So I want to listen to you. What are your issues?
Okay, good afternoon, Professor. So it's an honor to be addressing the public. So we started this internship since January.
Yes.
And upon starting, we were told that we'll be getting our full salary, which should amount to 217,000 about that. So we went about 3 months, we got nothing. What we got was 162,000.
162,000
a month. 5% of our salary.
So you had 75% of your salary.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So we informed the appropriate authorities, the CMD, the hospital management.
Okay.
The CMD addressed us and said it was not exactly his fault. We understood where he was coming from, and we went about our work and serving the population.
Yes.
So about 7 months later,
yes,
the same thing kept reoccurring.
Okay.
And we decided it was time to perhaps write letters to the Ministry of Health, get proper answers from the national bodies.
Okay.
Upon doing that, we also heard that the Minister of Health was coming here today, which was indeed an honor to be addressing the problem.
Okay. Very good.
So we said, okay, why not come to people that actually care about us and that can exactly what was the really want. So we said, why not address you properly? Why not come to you and there are grievances?
Yes.
Upon hearing that, we were threatened. So much threatened that our intern rep had to somehow resign from his position. So we said fine, that since we have no leader, we have to address things and it matters to us. Upon coming here, we're being threatened on the road. We're shot at 2 times. We that with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The security. Calm down. Calm down now.
We that we treat wounded people. So we spend 6 days out of 7 working, and we are enjoying our work. We are happy about it. All we want is pay us if we pay. If you cannot do that, allow us the audience with the minister. Let us tell him how it is to us. We have barely just 4 months here, and we are nearly done with our internship. Getting here, we also threatened that most of us will be sacked if we spoke to you directly.
Yes. I wanted to speak to you.
Okay. So when
I wanted to speak to you. Yes. And I'm speaking with you now.
Now, according to reports, the interns are receiving approximately 162,000 naira instead of the expected 217,000 naira, a shortfall of about 75%. You can see the interns in the video lamenting to the Minister of Health, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate. Now, let's hear what he had to say in return to their lamentations. Take a look.
I think this is fair. I'm telling you, I've saved this life as an intern. You're the foundation. You're the leaders of this sector over time. And whatever is due for you, whatever is fair, we will address them for you. I'm here with the Minister of Finance, with my colleagues, to do an aspect of building the infrastructure that will allow you to do the service, what you've been trained for. But your grievance in terms of 25% of your salary that has not come to you, this is Director of Hospital Services. Now go and meet the CMD. And I assure you, by Monday next week, we'll come back to you with a firm resolution. I've had you. Nobody should threaten you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are respected. You are appreciated. I encourage you to continue to do your work.
Thank you, sir.
This phase will pass.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Many of you internship, consultants, to professors, who knows, even to ministers of health and governors and whatever it is that you want to do. So we have to make sure that you are treated fairly. I assure you that we will do everything possible to find remedy to this issue that you have brought to my attention. Thank you.
I mean, now facts are unclear if the minister came specifically for this purpose or if he came for other engagement and was able to interact with the students. I would have liked to hear from them personally or from themselves, but apparently many of them do not want to come on TV because of the fear of being intimidated or perhaps not receiving their certificates, which now makes Afia TV to ask this question: where is the managing director, the CMD of UNTH in all of this? We understand that he assumed office in 2019.
Yeah.
Why are the interns, why are the students constantly under the fear of intimidation? I remember during another protest some years ago about this same issue of financials, and I remember reaching out to him and he declined coming for the interview. He had many defenses as to why the students were just crying, should I say crying out loud or just being hysterical. I really don't understand why the CMD would not release some kind of official statement to this effect. Why is he not coming to the press? Why are the UNTH interns always complaining about shortages of their allowances and salaries? And this is typical among the intern nurses within that university.
I mean, if you're serving the public, you owe it to them to always come and clear the air, whatever that is, leveled against you or upon you, right? And the one I don't understand is why using ammunition is shooting at protesters who are unarmed, right?
Now, we don't know if they were shooting at. We were shooting around, but we can't confirm if they were shooting at
why
the protesters.
The bullets on unarmed protesters? This is not called for. We keep, making this mistake every damn time, right? The rule of engagement is there. If someone is unarmed, why are you shooting? Why, even if you're releasing a bullet in the air? Why would you do that? To what? To scare them away when they are driving home their grievances, which is rightful. They have the right to protest. They have the right to revolt, right? So why would you? It was uncalled for. That's where I lost it, right? That's where I lost it. But then again, them, giving or whatever 70 or 75% of their monies, right? They should be accorded to them.
The question now is how much money is even being released to tidy up the financials of these interns? How much money are they entitled to? Is it? I mean, we saw Professor Ali Pate say that he was there with representatives too for the Ministry of Finance.
Yeah.
So I guess they would finally answer the question as to whether the school is actually receiving that amount of money and what exactly is happening between getting the money to the interns and the pockets of the school.
It's best that the minister is there, even though the financial minister or that, and the ministry, just to whatever I think they are coming for, look through the environment for more, elaborate infrastructure for the students and all that. But then again, it's great that they are there, and he met them protesting, revolting against the CMD or the school or the establishment or the institution on, their monies and all that stuff. It's great that he promised them that by Monday they would get results for, whatever conversation it is that they are going through, they're going to have regarding all these monies. It's good that he's there and he met them and all that stuff. Yeah. So
another thing we should mention at this point is that it seems to be this underlying trend of intimidation at the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, and that is based off what I've heard from nurses in the past, from interns in the past. And I think it's time for the CMD, Prof. Obinna Onodugo, to come out and actually respond to all these allegations.
They've called him a couple of times.
They've called him out a couple of times. They always feel as if they're going to be action will be taken against them. In all of this, where is the CMD? Like, I don't understand what is so difficult in remitting the amount of money due to the interns. To the interns, it's not the first time they're coming. We've had the interns on the morning show in previous years talking about the same issue: allowances, salaries. What is going on? I mean, I wish we could live stream the conversation between the CMD and Professor Ali Pate at the weekend. That would be quite interesting to watch.
Yeah, because is now looking some type of way that every time he's being called, he's not answering, and he needs to clear the air.
No, it's not like he responds, but he
wouldn't show up.
Exactly.
That's the thing. The main thing is like he comes and open up on whatever the issue is and clear the air. They've been pointing at you all this while. Why not clear the air? You're a public servant. You owe us that. You need to tell us, okay, these are the reasons why things like this are happening. They remitted this amount of money, but this was what happened, all that stuff. We need that information.
The timelines are not being kept properly, because that's another concern that the interns have. Oh, we'll do it in we'll pay it by 6 months, pay it by 3 months, and then it doesn't happen. I mean, it's in need of deep deep investigation. I personally wrote to the Ministry of Health, I think it was 2 years ago, when a similar issue like this cropped up, either a year or two ago. I wrote to them asking for some kind of information regarding what was going on with the finances. I wrote and I did not get a response to that effect. So now it has resurfaced again. And that's the thing about this situation. If it is not nipped in the bud at that time, it's going to definitely crop up again. And I've seen it cropping up again, and it will continue until something is done to really investigate what is going on with the financials.
I just hope this is going to be the last time this is going to spring up, because let me be arrested once and for all. Thank God that, definitely they met with the minister, and he should just, take it upon himself and do what he has to do.
I mean, we also recall that not too long ago, we saw patients seemingly rejecting or protesting against the food they were given, that they did not want to eat the food they were given at the same teaching hospital. The patients revolted against the food they were served, and they went to the kitchen and returned it. The video went viral on socials. I mean, what is really going on? What is going on? I think that's the question we should be asking.
Apparently, it's an administrative problem.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's an
How
administrative
much
problem.
would the interns and the patients take? How much would they take
I just
before
hope
we
that
receive a response?
a lasting solution, avails itself this period.
It's unfortunately, Oji, I want to jump in there. It will not avail itself. We are the ones that make the solution happen.
Yeah, we're already pushing the narrative.
No. It's not even about Afia TV. It's not about Afia TV. It's about the management of the teaching hospital coming out and releasing some kind of explanation as to what is going on. It's not going to avail itself. It's not an Afia TV thing. The management to come and tell us what is this about the perpetual allegations about being intimidated, about salaries not meeting the expectations, about salaries not being paid on time and and completely. That is. I mean, what if it's so transparent, if you're so accountable, then why not come out and give us the answer?
That's criminal. If they should take the establishment to court, institution to court, it's going to be a very, very big one, right? Because that's criminal. You wouldn't promise me, or we have something signed out that this is the amount you're meant to pay me at the end of the month, and you slash my money without me knowing anything about it. You didn't even give me heads up or the reasons why or where my monies are going to.
And
right?
apparently, we've seen the reports say that this has been going on since March. Since March, the interns have reportedly been paid 75% of their salaries.
Give them the information, that vital information. Okay, these are the reasons why your money has been slashed.
No, trust me, knowing the trends, I'm sure they were given information. Now, the information apparently is no longer satisfactory to them. We'll continue to investigate this matter. I'm sure during the weekly bulletins next week, we'll find more responses, more answers than we have for you today. But this is also, telling the interns that there is no need to feel scared or intimidated about going to the press. Come forward, marshal out your concerns, and let's really know the reality of what's on ground and what's happening. This is also an open invitation to the management of the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Ituku, Ozalla, to come forward and really explain to Nigerians, to Enugu, what is happening with the financials at your teaching hospital. That brings us to the very end of today's edition of the Afia Morning Show. I've been your host as always, Nathalie Uku.
And I remain OG. What you could do, stay 8 p.m. and Lounge is live. Professor Onyegu is going to be thrilling us with his amazing hip life, high life music. Stay and have a great, great, great evening with us right here. Bye for now.